Welcome back, guys. In this video I'm going to show a few more photos that I took with my DSLR camera from the spot in Idaho. Alright, we'll start off with this one. So I went back and took some more photos because remember the first day I went, it was like really cold and windy. So the weather was a lot better this day. This was just some weird rocks that were all aligned on the ground here. Not sure if it's natural or not. And if you saw my last video, you already saw these two, the really big ones, where the road goes right through the middle of it. So if you'll notice this little post right here, that post is probably about 3.5 feet tall. So you can, just kind of scale this thing to size. I kept finding more of these like dome-shaped looking structures. There it is from the front. A little closer. And really up close. Looks like they're made of mostly quartz crystal. Okay, this was like one of the weirdest ones I found. I have no idea how that could have gotten to be like that. Unless someone made it that way. I mean, look at that. This is another weird part. This Y-shaped support. And there it is from the other side. Here's another dome-looking shape one. Now, every single time when you find these here, they're surrounded by sand and lots of quartz crystal. Now, you can walk all through these foothills, and there's no sand, except for when you get around these weird-looking dome-shaped ones. And here's one of the really big ones. I showed a couple photos of this one in my last video. And then here's just a shot of that weird one with the really big one right behind it. This is another one on the kind of on the opposite side of the road. And there it is from the front, and that's it from the other side. And this one is directly in front of that weird one that I just showed in the previous picture. Here's some more stacked bricks. And then this one, these weird holes in it. And it looks like 5 separate rocks. So you can see how there's these perfectly straight lines. It looked like at one point they were, they were all separate and then they were pieced together like this. I have no idea what these holes are for. And then whenever you get around these ruins, there's always chunks of quartz crystal all over the place. Here was just a kind of weird looking one that was like sticking out of the side. One thing that's consistent with all these is we have these perfect transitions, perfect curvatures. Pretty weird place. There's another one that looked kind of like a shark fin. And this one I filmed with the GoPro the last time. The one that looked like it had, at one point had an outer casing around it that had, just been chipped off for the most part. And then here's the one from my last video. I filmed it with the GoPro, and this one it has tons of quartz crystal all over it and all around it. So here's some chunks of the quartz crystal down there. And then here's another just massive one. That thing probably weighs like 12 tons. Alright, that's about it. What do you think? Did those get like that by some random act of nature, or were they designed that way?